America is very well known for immigrants. Millions of Europeans journeyed to the U.S. around 1892 to 1924. Ellis Island was in the upper part of the New York harbor, near the Statue of Liberty. When it opened, they had the goal of placing immigrants under control of the federal government, also systemizing the entry. Encountering Ellis Island was profound and sometimes victorious stories of people wanting the American dream, leaving everything behind, having to learn a new language and a new culture. Also, starting a new American life. Nearly 12 million immigrants were processed here.
That day must have been about 3-4 ships. Must have been about 5,000-6,000 people. Jammed. I remember it was August. Hot as a pistol. And I'm wearing my long johns and a heavy Irish tweed suit. I'm dying with the heat. So you're not concerned. You don't realize that this is history in the making. You're just you want to get in, get the hell out of there, and get off. You understand?
These buildings were filled with people who were desperate, whether from hunger, discrimination. They didn't leave where they came from because life was so good for them. It wasn't. Whatever they had here was better. And that's what I feel now. I feel these people all around me, so desperate to cross this little body of water.
Over time, the immigration station had grew and connected to 3 different islands, which held the hospital ward and contagious disease ward. The passing of the immigration laws in the 1920s would be used for assembly, detainment, and deporting aliens. They would now have to pass a medical and legal inspection before they can actually enter the U.S. The immigrants that did not pass would be sent back. About 250,000 got turned away.
I think, frankly, the worst memory I have of Ellis Island was the physical. The doctors were seated at a long table with a basin full of potassium chloride. You had to stand in front of them, and you had to reveal yourself. They gave you what we used to, in the Army, they call short arm inspection, right there in front of everyone.
And we went to this big, like an open room, and there were a couple of doctors there, and then they tell you to strip. And my mother had never, ever undressed in front of us. You know, those days, nobody ever would.
Ellis Island opened to the citizens in 1976. Nowadays, visitors can tour the Ellis Island Immigration Museum in the main arrivals hall and trace their ancestors through millions of immigrants' arrival records that were made available to the public in 2001. This way, Ellis Island remains a central destination for millions of Americans seeking a glimpse into the history of their country and, in many cases, into their own family's story.